Ambani so called counseling.
How we do as it?
Yeah. Counseling.
Best of.
Father Abraham.
Father Kwachi.
Wo sofu.
So I can't.
On the my wo sofu.
So the process you say no.
Wo
sofu. And ratify any.
E dey apro dey aten say.
The process.
We dey prompt things say you. We see suban no.
So I can't kiss so.
We.
Obana can do kra na.
E dey kra. E dey end.
Oh, holy of
dices.
Dices.
Monka dices so.
High dices.
On your prophets or be prophecy, I might be watch your apology.
Chaplaincy, and a pack show, man.
And the whole day dices so.
Dices level. Dices never come back to Mamoni.
Counseling daily, and I said,
counts there 3 times a week.
Monday. Mama, apu.
Wait, no, but yeah. On the message, Kiki. So I have $50 million or pounds or euros, but it's 50 million. Maybe 2 attacking players, maybe 1 attacking players. The options are 2: Andrick or Estevao. Why now, Beton?
Andrick.
Hey, Kukuru bring Pele.
Oh my God.
Esa got the cause.
Bobby Charlton.
Bobby Charlton.
Oh, Junior Bobby Charlton.
I don't know Beton.
I just love the guy. Hey,
where did the Chelsea
or a B. I want to know.
Hendrik or bear.
Hey, Hendrik, come on, or bar light in my light in him.
Please. No,
see, come on, Hendrik.
I don't want any heckling, please.
Come on, what Palmares? Because baby, you'll be in any Estevao and Hendrik here, Palmares. Meboa. A honor. Nipo be Gini din Bob Brapa in 19 and can who did the Real Madrid dear check of Hendrik.
Estevao also be Bob Bravo.
Aye, but Hendrik yes, your Cabrana a honorable 82 matches, which are 21 goals, and 9 assists.
Why not?
Hendrik,
oh,
dear, about 21 games. That's 7 goals. But but
Hendrik
straight. But Junior Bebuchat, oh, nickname here then. Oh boy, I see Phil Jones. Yes, Junior Phil Jones.
So I'm giving you 50 million. Buy one of Andrick or Estevao.
Don't talk. Everybody knows Estevao is better.
Everybody know I'm new. But I'm
talking on the 5th of February 2026.
Today, then I start on board from Bobby. What would the Andrick here? Oh, also could be Pele. Oh, Leon. Oh, Bono.
Now the players.
So on the green wood now competing for goal. Can you imagine? And then Mumbu Green.
But Green is on the top level.
Oh, Stevoo.
Can create.
Akomeah
the minimum date I walk. You know what? I was saying,
it's a general question I'm asking. If you have $50 million to spare or to spend on one talent between Andrick or Estevao, fine, and I'll bet on it. Let me welcome you to. Please, would you allow me to move?
Manyabi. Say try one. About open why?
No, you.
And you for 2. I am
the host.
It's here for your makwaba.
Yeah, Joseph.
And the woman for Papa be a share. 4 Pools podcast. Your baby be in some more bone.
Ariel.
A bomb. A boom.
Nana Piao.
Na ye ne mrantie kukuda makese na ahia wa.
Wa anu hwam.
Na enne no ma Jeffrey makra na ensem. Makra na ensem. Me na me your host no.
Wa anu hwam.
Mencha ho no. I would like to introduce them one by one.
Thank you for the word so sweet, Nana.
Miss Senior host.
Senior host Akra.
The front say.
Maybe Asare Boadu.
Okay. Then we have the senior tactician, the allo tactician,
aka Catkis,
aka aspiring Reverend Father, a Fiifi Manfred, Etienne, And me bestie.
Yes, my
Me
brother.
me sports Messiah. The international.
Abu.
The Abu Kolokos. Akomeah Messiah.
Abu.
Ono so abrabo yi mu a ye be born wa ha yi.
Thank you forever. And the agenda now.
And no agenda. Na ye wo ho bi.
Yes.
Me ye sure say matete ne kan mun so da nim ba bia. E free ba. Ne ye tu kese bi.
Thank you for the words.
One of the biggest club, in fact.
The biggest club.
The biggest club of Chrome Ghana.
Thank you for the words.
Aye Kumasi club ya Sante Kotoko.
Yes.
Nana. Aye na brand pa.
Yes.
Ono na di Kotoko anim aba ban.
Reading no.
There's no be introduction. Senior man. Senior man. Stevoo. For full name no next section baby a free ba. Na etie phone ho sa wonyan pa ato.
Aye. Edili Steven Boadu. Inti baby a no Stevoo and obi a be free.
But who doesn't know Stevoo?
The moon can you. Baby in the position you cry near the also on worry you.
Come on. Come on.
Somebody can.
You are the hot.
I am the host.
Why?
50 million.
Already obu. Already obu.
Oh, na so some worry. Oh, but some worry. But also I was say Dikan any Stevoo kasa.
Oh, ni mana kwa ba ko na
e we are na senior host mama na sa so. International Stevoo.
Boss.
Akwaba.
Yeah, me you souvenir.
Na ye de ha ni ogu. Minua. Ona me na ye wo ha na ete se wo ba besra nipa kesi ese.
And then my bowrem.
No cre.
Yes, now.
We don't say
We were so back consistent.
Ebiara on say
it try so ba.
Ebiara on say o mo tweme na me ba but yeah na excuses na you
too much.
And then na excuse no me excuse ye
no cre.
So me am de me hoba.
No cre.
Nti ene ya tena se 4 posts. Obo na mabo oji ne ye beto atinem.
My God. Antorobo. Etie for. Na no e de. Bibia ya dance ya twa so.
So, I asked a question about Stevoo and Rick just to usher us into the conversation about the winter transfer window. I don't know which deal caught your eye or which club made the best in your opinion.
It looks as if at the moment, Antoine Semenyo going to Man City is a big one, and it looks like it has hit the ground running. He has been involved in, I don't know the numbers of it, but a lot of goals since he came in. Last night was involved in he was involved in a goal. He got an assist. So obviously Antoine Semenyo has been huge, and also because of the club he went into, there was a question: is he going to displace anybody? Will he play? Man City have managed to move on Oscar Bob. It means that Antoine gets a place in the team full time, and he's probably going to play consistently. So that looks like a good one. In fact, I think generally this winter teams do not do a lot of transfers.
Yeah.
It looks like teams are more careful in terms of finalizing transfers as it stands now. But Man City have been one of the most active clubs in the transfer window this winter, with Antoine Semenyo, McGay adding to the pack, which is huge. Obviously, because they have a lot of injuries. But in attack, Antoine brings something else, which is nice to see. The directness, the goal scoring ability, the physicality that he adds to the team, which is very huge. So for me, on the surface level, it looks as if Man City won the winter transfer window.
Akomeah.
I think
I don't say that.
Ade. Minimum you na kasa ye eye contact if I'm obey.
Yeah.
I think Manchester City did a very good job in the transfer market. I agree with Fiifi Manfred. They identified where they lacked the profile. They went into the market. They did not only get a replacement in terms of the profile, but I think they got quality replacements. If you have McGay, if you have Antoine Semenyo, I think that is something that could push you towards the title at the end of the season. And I think a lot of people were trying to downplay whatever Pep Guardiola have done this season, saying he's on a downhill, he's going down, he's doing this, he's doing that. But if you are in the final of an EFL Cup, still in an FA Cup, second on the league log, qualified to the Champions League knockout stage, automatic playoff, I don't think that is a downhill. And to add these two key players to the setup, I think Manchester City are in to do a lot of things. And I think this boosts them ahead of a lot of teams they are going to compete with.
Stevoo.
It looked like most of the teams didn't actually need any beef up this period, considering the transfer that most of the teams did in the summer. And I was surprised Liverpool didn't make any move for defensive reinforcement, because looking at their team ahead of the season, I think the most important area that they needed to prioritize was their defense rather than the attacking area. But they chose to go for the attack. So the surprising thing is about the Maguire issue. I thought he was destined for Liverpool until Manchester City came in, because obviously the Liverpool setup has issues with the defense. So looking at what is at stake and what clubs can win, I think City did the most deals, the best deals, and they got the right players. But it raises questions about Pep Guardiola and why he has been amassing players every here and there. Because in the last two, three transfer windows, he's picked up a lot of players, and you ask yourself, this is not the Guardiola way. Is it an issue with the tactics or adaptation to the new trend of football, or is he in a state of paranoid that people are chasing him, so he needs to adapt? It's not all about the names, but the coaching bit, I think, is an issue. That's the reason he went team for these two. But I think
Pep is a very bad person.
He's a very bad person.
Why?
He uses people.
Can you
in a bad sense.
Can you expatiate?
So you know when you have a girlfriend and the girl accuses you of you using her, then they don't get anything away from Pep. Pep uses people for what he wants. I mean, it's not his fault because he has had a lot of success as a coach.
Okay.
So he has the currency to be able to say, Maguire will come.
Because he's Pep Guardiola.
Because it is Pep.
Okay.
So when you come, you don't tell him, like yesterday, Omar Mamouche. When Omar came in last year, January, there was pop and pageant around it. But between last year, January, and now, look at the number of times he has used Omar. Put you on the bench, he doesn't care, sit somewhere. He just uses you as someone like Oscar Bob that I was talking about. Yeah. Oscar Bob has gone to Fulham. When he needed Oscar Bob, he was a mainstay in his team, like Rico Lewis. There was a time where Rico Lewis was so important to Pep, he used him every time. Yeah. But when he doesn't need you, he'll discard you. Like the boyfriend that uses the girls and discards them.
Is it not a case of you are brought in to do a job? If you are no longer measuring up to standards, then I can dispense.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you see, Mike, at the highest level, you need to be emotionless and ruthless, especially in decision making. And that is who Pep is. That is why, when let's say, if it was Maresca that you bought Mamouche, and Mamouche is on the bench, Chelsea fans say, hey, I didn't know Mamouche. Because one, Maresca is not getting results, or Maresca doesn't have a track record of getting results. And then two, he is not Pep. But Pep is just so successful that he can do that. I mean, it's not his fault, but he uses people.
Now, don't you think it's because Man City is artificial?
Artificial in what sense?
They're not a traditional club. See, if Pep Guardiola was at Manchester United, the 1990 school squad.
The battalion.
Oh, yeah, Ferguson,
Class of 92.
Man City, look at PSG. Say PSG got to play background on the bench. Why not? Because the class is too artificial. But when you come to the traditional side, the Real Madrid, the Barcelona, see, Obia will be Akomeah, you can think Corona, not the thing,
But I also think it's an issue of him identifying what is actually wrong with his team. So you see, when you are sick, you try to get all remedies. Which one will heal?
Does that not smack of desperation? Because I think City were very calculated in the approach for players. They knew their guy, and then they moved for their guy. But now it looks like a scattergun approach. Momi and Tom, far, and far. We move on. Because nobody is now discussing Abdulkader Kusanov as the future of Man City's defense. They are still praying for Ruben Dias to return, so they see how he pairs with Maguire. Nathan Ake, everybody seems to have forgotten about him, that he was brought on to show the City defense. He's still there. Again, there is this most expensive defender they bought from Croatia. They bought him from RB Leipzig. Josko Guardiola. What is happening? All of a sudden, O'Reilly is playing as a left back, or Ryan Ait-Nouri. So, in my opinion, I think it is so unlike City, like how they started. It looked like it was a perfect factory where they run through the various processes, spot on,
Yeah.
they see so pe. So Kiki will request Ferran Soriano and the others, they will discuss, then they will get their transfers, spot on. So before Akomeah left, there was an idea who was to come in to replace him, Gabriel Jesus. Then they brought on Julian Alvarez. Okay, we can allow Gabriel Jesus to leave, and then Alvarez will be groomed.
Yeah.
But now it looks like City are doing anything at all.
For me, I
the
think
next is Semenyo, Omar Mahmoud previously. Then they bring this, then they bring that.
They are
I
Doku.
think it's desperation.
I think yes, but it's a combination of right now how football has turned out to be. I was saying this the other time that right now it's not about the manager again. So if management do pick you as a person to be a coach, right now they make it clear that you are head coach because right now there are structures. The technical director, the head of sports, the this and that, and you all come together to form the team. So you look at Manchester United, a case of Ruben Amorim. Most of the players he decided that he wanted, the management went against them. An example is Ruben Amorim wanted this Ghanaian Antoine Semenyo, but they went for Brian Mboma because our F1 analyst said that per this data, Mboma would be the best.
F1.
Yeah.
He's closer to Salah than
That yes, exactly. So look at he wanted Watkins, but the management, the analyst sat down. No, we want Sesco. He has a bright future, the age and everything. So right now, football has gone to a level that Pep Guardiola is even lucky that he's if not the best, one of the best that has ever happened to football. So because of that, due to he wanting to adapt to the new trend of football, like what Stevoo was saying, okay. First, I was buying extremely technical players. Why don't I adapt by buying these kind of, wingers and all that can actually change the way of football I'm playing. So if I decide that I want to play the normal Pep Guardiola, I will play Guardiola. If I want to adapt and go for the Carrick's football, the Rosenior's football, I can easily adapt to that one too. So, yes, you are getting Semenyo and Doku for that, structure or that job. And also the club is of right now, there's Hugo Viana, who is right now in charge. So they'll be buying what they think will be best for them. So right now, City will be looking at, let's say, the atmosphere of Chelsea. We will buy some and later sell some, and we will buy some for the coach.
Is this City also signaling maybe the end of the Pep era? So they are preparing the way for life after Pep.
I think they are.
Okay.
I think the first indicator for us to know that Pep was going to happen, because I think that Pep wanted to go 2 seasons ago, and then especially when Kiki Bakestein made it clear that he was going to go on the sabbatical.
Yeah.
Pep had that relationship with Kiki from the Barcelona days. In fact, one of the reasons why Akomeah and Kiki usually tell the story of how Manchester United did not get him, but one of the reasons why Pep also moved towards City was that he knew Kiki. He had worked with him before. That's his friend. They had that good relationship. So he knew, okay, fine. If not for nothing, I know somebody that I can trust at City, so let me go there. So immediately Kiki decided that, okay, he would go on his sabbatical. It was signaling to that. Once Hugo Viana came in as a sporting director, Pep is way bigger than Hugo. Like Kiki says, the game is changing, whether you like it or not. In the modern game, it's changing. Your job is to coach and win matches, develop the players. Somebody's job is to use data. Even it doesn't stop with him. Yeah. There is a team of analysts that say that, okay, per the data, this guy is better than that. Then they sit together and make a decision. Yes, you can make an input, but it doesn't stop with you. So somebody's job is there. So I think that Pep's time is coming up. I don't know if it's going to be out of the season. You can't really trust the reports and Enzo Maresca's attitude to Chelsea by the time he left. But if you want to read in between the lines, you can say that, okay, fine. Maresca feels that if you leave Chelsea in the summer and go to City straight, you look like a bad person. So why don't I leave in the middle of the season? Let all the noise pass by. Then in the summer, I'm a City manager. I get a dream job. So I think Pep is getting there. However, I think all of these things that Pep gets, the success that he gets, is because he's Pep. Because nobody will get that.
Yeah.
I don't think even Jurgen will get that level of power. Steve is a Liverpool fan. When the Michael Edwards and the likes were there, it wasn't just Jurgen. And Jurgen is big in the history of Liverpool. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know how Liverpool fans see him, but from where I sit, Jurgen is like a god.
He's up there.
Yes.
In Liverpool. But it's just that Pep has had sustained success for a long time. In fact, for the past 15 years, There isn't a sick. There's that.
No, ever since he started coaching, just put it that way.
There's always been success for him. So
Yeah.
you just can't stop that guy from getting what he wants as a manager.
Well, so how does this play into the grand scheme of affairs? City have made the Carabao Cup final. They will play Arsenal somewhere in March. Then they will also fight off with Arsenal for the Premier League title as it stands, because personally, I don't think Aston Villa has anything serious to show us. They won't do anything proper in the English Premier League title race. City again. Who mentioned that City are vying for almost all the trophies? Akomeah. Okay, so the City disciple. Tell us how.
Is it a lake here?
Crystal Palace.
Zika Goro.
So
Jordan, are you Crystal Palace?
hey, be careful, please.
Behave.
So, Akomeah, how does the signings that City have made, or how did the signings that City have made, how do they impact on their season objectives?
I think it's clearly in two directions. I think one, life after Pep Guardiola. Number two, different approach and style and system into different games, coming up against different opponents. Now, the Premier League is more about being physical, winning your duels, back to its best when it comes to pace. So you look at it, you adjust yourself, and you're able to make sure that your squad can give you the best. In the next competitions that they have, I don't think Manchester City can rely on Kusanov and one of the academy centre-backs to help them fight for titles. It's not going to happen. You need an experience. Now, in that particular dressing room, you've lost Kevin De Bruyne. You still have Bernardo Silva. You have Rodri. But definitely there's an injury situation with Ruben Dias, who doesn't come to that dressing room. Maybe he might come. But I think you need the big boys, as at this time in the dressing room, to rally up the squad, get into the latter part of the season. If you have a player like McGay in the dressing room, when he speaks, you will listen.
McGay is speaking to
when he speaks, you will listen. To some of these young guys, some of these guys. You see, this is where we come. I'll say a little bit.
I'm asking because
no, he hasn't won anything.
On the street,
but you see, it is not always that somebody that have won something can motivate somebody that they can work. Okay. For example, in a club's dressing room, they've always been hearing the voice of Rodri for the past 5 years to 6 years. You need something new in the dressing room. Remember when Zinedine Zidane said something to the Real Madrid dressing room that he needed to leave because he believes the club, they need a new voice in the dressing room. They need something fresh to come. That is what I'm talking about.
And with that, they need the voice of.
No. I'm not saying Antoine Semenyo. I'm talking about something like Matt because he's the leader from Crystal Palace. He's played for the national team. I'm not saying he's an exceptional leader.
You see what Steven is saying? Where Gay is coming from?
From Palace.
It's
no, I'm coming in saying
because I know players are.
Unless maybe because he's English.
Now Kusanov,
it's all about listening to a new fresh voice, something new,
but
something.
I think Gay will struggle to even talk.
Who told you so?
I mean, I'm just
no.
They have a big dressing room.
I know they have a big dressing room.
He's a big personality because if I'm to cite an example, for instance, when Van Dijk joined Liverpool. He wasn't that big ball, but he came with a certain persona, and he was joining from
Southampton.
Exactly. Yeah. So, but his personality immediately installed him as a leader. Yeah. So when he speaks, they listen.
Somebody like Enzo Fernandez. If Enzo goes to
I'll
City,
read something to you. Speak. I'll read something.
But Enzo is just that person. He has that personality. He has won the World Cup before.
No, Enzo can do it. Yeah. The reason is we're winning World Cup.
Yeah.
But go there.
Go there.
I
wanted to read a quote.
Harry Maguire.
I think we are all speaking to Gwe from afar. Maybe from close is a different person.
Because he comes into the team and now he's even showing a lot of responsibilities. No, I understand. But I think when you even look at his body language, when he plays along with Kusanov, Nitanake, you could see him, my guy, stand here, move here, do this.
Let me just
that's leadership from the back.
Exactly. The one thing that I think throughout Gay's career that he has done that I've seen that smacks of, I mean, he was captain of Crystal Palace. You remember there was a time where they said the LGBTQ.
So I want to read. Okay.
The LGBTQ month last season. Ipswich Town's Mossy, their captain was Mossy. He said he wasn't going to put it on. McGay also stood up to it and said that his father is a pastor. He doesn't stand for. I think that's the only thing I've seen of him.
So this is Lee Castle.
Again, what will make me trust in his leadership abilities, and then him being a character, a personality that will not cover.
Communication skills.
He was slotted into the English national team at a very crucial time. I think he played the Euros consistently.
Yeah.
And he did not.
Now he's the mainstay.
Exactly. So I think maybe he has a. He come from afar.
Oh yeah. I understand it. So this is what Lee Casley said about him, that he shows leadership qualities in his career so far, not only off the pitch but on the pitch. Patrick Vieira says he has the quality to be a leader and will win all the players over because of who he is as a person.
And these are people who are close.
We'll probably know him here.
Pep Guardiola believes he is the perfect signing whose attributes will bring enough leadership to his back line.
So I think
these are things that I believe they needed in the absence of a player like Ruben Diaz.
Yeah.
Okay.
They needed in the absence of Ruben Diaz. Yeah. I think for Bernardo, we see it almost all the time with him. But for Maguire, he's also hungry to win a lot of things. In fact, he wants to push himself to the limit. What about City? What about Crystal Palace at JFA Cup?
Command or shout.
I don't agree.
Leaders don't.
I think it has to. It has to do more with how he carries himself.
In the form of Boku or senior high school, Black Stars.
Leaders don't have to yell.
See.
I don't agree.
But I don't think leaders have to.
But leaders don't also have to look like cowards. They don't have to.
No, they don't look like cowards. But you don't necessarily have to yell to make an
exactly. Impact. But I mean, certain leaders you just can't trust. Like Graham Potter, you can't trust Graham Potter.
Who says Graham Potter?
Did you ever see Graham Potter?
Not everyone in a position is a leader. You can be there, but you might not be a leader. So
now, even with what you are talking about, the personality, it depends on the territory. There are some territories you have to yell. There are some territories you have to be calm. So when you are dealing with, let's say, dogs, you don't have to be calm. You have to yell. But when you are dealing with cats, you have to be calm.
Can be calm.
So baby, I'm sure someone say, your baby or what? Or you're more remember on the poor. This or more near the ATM, not a bomb shake. Any area bo also. What's the ATM? This is how you come. So it depends.
Exactly. I'm sure of everything.
But so who is winning the Carabao Cup final? Arsenal or Man City?
Arsenal will win it.
Man City will
Arsenal
win it.
won the trophy the moment they defeated Chelsea.
Why?
City defeated the current holders.
Newcastle United.
Yeah, the same team that won. Newcastle beat which side to win?
On the background of
Newcastle beat which team to win?
It was Liverpool.
It was Liverpool.
But they beat Arsenal in the semi-final.
Exactly.
So when was the last time you saw somebody defeat a defending champion of the Carabao Cup and gone on to win it?
That's history. But talking about reality.
But Mike, this is
but that same history, everything is pointing that Pep Guardiola might leave. The first trophy he won for Manchester City was the Carabao Cup. That is the EFL.
So the last
it might be that the last trophy will be renewed at the back.
EFL. Now Mikel Arteta GFA Cup. What was it?
What's it?
Mikel Arteta GFA Cup. It was Chelsea.
Yeah, Chelsea.
Hey, we did at 2017-2018 or ball EFL Cup final against Man City and lost by 3 goals to 0. But the reason why I believe Arsenal are going to win these pieces within the period of 2017-2018 till now. You could clearly see there has been a gap that has been closed.
Yeah, between
the two teams.
Yeah.
In terms of how they play finals, their character and everything. And between the two teams, you ask yourself, who wants it more?
I think Arsenal.
Normally in the finals like that, for example, like Eric Ten Hag versus Pep Guardiola in that season where he won the FA Cup, everything clearly showed that he wanted it more. And even Erling Haaland said it after that they were already celebrating the league title here and there. They wanted it, but they didn't want it more. Like Manchester United wanted it and they gave it all out. As it stands now, player for player, quality for quality, coach for coach, I think Arsenal are ready now. And they'll battle it out.
I think Arsenal are there. For me, I've always said that if Arsenal really want to win the English Premier League, it starts with the EFL Cup. Psychologically, it's the first step to winning the Premier League. If they don't win the EFL Cup, it's going to take a psychological hit on them.
Fee, I wanted to step in with a little... No, I want him to finish. I'm adding up to something. Just imagine that City keeps himself in a race for the league title. Let's say the points gap is still at 6. I won't put it at 4 or 3. There are a few more games to go. There's the EFL Cup final. The Manchester City wins it. Psychologically, how do you think Arsenal finishes the season with 6 points gap?
It was actually a question I wanted to ask. That's why I said let it be. Because I think in the grand scheme of affairs, both clubs do need a win
Yes.
Arsenal needs a win
Yes.
to have a certain psychological boost.
But
Because the moment
Arsenal
City
more.
loses to
No,
Arsenal,
I think Pep Guardiola too.
no, they all need
Needs
it.
it.
But
Because
Arsenal more,
no,
like-
you see, the whole thing that we see with teams playing each other, there is a certain psychological thing around it. That is how come the Arsenal players will beat Man City, and then they will mimic Erling Haaland, be humble. It affected them, it got to them. When the likes of Rodri and the others speak about mentality, these Arsenal boys enter the dressing room, they reflect on it, and it hurts them.
Yeah.
So they will never shy away from an opportunity to have a certain psychological psychological blow to your opponent.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I'm vying for the Premier League with Man City, but I've beaten you in the cup. I am proving I'm better than you. I still have a certain gap ahead of you. So it helps Arsenal's case. City, we want to tell you guys that we are coming. Be scared.
Yeah.
We beat you fair and square in the Carabao Cup final. Then all of a sudden, Arsenal starts panicking. City piles coals of heat on their heads. A lot of things.
In fact, immediately City gets the best out of Arsenal in the EFL Cup final, I think 100% that is going to put a lot of pressure on Mikel Arteta.
Very.
He would have to convince these guys that they are good enough to go toe-to-toe with City, 6 points. And they don't have data to back themselves. Every data that's available to them and City shows that City will beat them in let's say 10-game race. Based on what Pep has done, based on what Rodri has done, based on what these boys have done. And you see, I think one of the things that Pep has done right is that he has brought on 2 people, one in attack, one in defense, who are hungry or hungrier as compared to the players that are there. Because Rodri has won, Bernardo Silva has won. It's difficult for you to get people who have been winning consistently to feel like, okay, go again. I mean, if Osei Kwame, despite us 200 billion Ghana cedis, he won't be waking up as when he was selling the cassette. It's probably going to be a little bit different. I mean, the Maslow's law of self-actualization. You get to a certain point where you feel like, okay, I mean, I'm the boss now. So adding in Antoine and Gay,
I was surrender anytime.
right?
Yes, yes. So I have much for. Yeah, we are there.
Adding in Antoine Semenyo and Magay. The name is Magay, right?
You're going.
Gay.
Magay.
Hey, Agwangwalu.
It's a good
It's Agwangwalu. Agwangwalu.
Adding in Mac now.
Anything goes.
Now gives the team the hunger because Goyi will want to win from Crystal Palace on GB Viada. Antoine Semenyo, Ghanaian boy, he would love to win something. Arsenal to have gone long spell without winning it. I just think that yes, if you put let's say both of them are hungry on the same scale, it comes down to the football. I trust Arsenal in a one-off final game than Man City this season. This season, I think Arsenal have what it takes.
So I'm looking at the 2 teams. We talk of who is much more hungrier for the competition. I think you can bring in 2 quality players in general and expect to play second fiddle. Yeah. They can't do that. Yeah. And looking at Arsenal team, they lack a lot of leaders. Yeah. What helped the Liverpool team then was that Van Dijk, captain of Holland, you have Robertson, captain of Scotland, you have McAllister, Salah. So every department, they have leaders. The Arsenal team, they've not been here before. So emotionally, should they lose the final, it will affect them in the league.
Very true.
But Guardiola, let's be honest, he doesn't have that swag of 2 seasons. Last season, he didn't win anything. And he's coming into another season. It looks more like Arsenal are destined for the league. But he would want to end on a brighter note against somebody he feels that he had an impact in his coaching career. So it's a bit of a tricky game. I don't see Arsenal as an outright favorite for this competition. But one thing that will make the difference is that they've perfected the art of defending. That has been the trump card of Arsenal throughout the season. They've perfected that. If they are able to tame the attack of Manchester City, they have a chance. Because City's defense, they have a lot of priorities in their defensive shape. That is why Kusanov will come in, that boy will come in. So the problem of City is not about the personnel, but I feel it has to do with the coaching and who he trusts at a certain point in time. But I still fancy City that there will be a team that will disturb Arsenal in the final. Because you can't just win with a defensive shape. In 2013-2014, if Liverpool had a manager who had experience like Mourinho, Liverpool would have won the league then. Because with Brandon Rodgers, they had 2 games to save the season, to cement the season.
Crystal Palace and the Chelsea.
Yes, that was against Chelsea and Palace. He opened up, Chelsea came to Anfield 2-0. He went to Palace. It was 3-0 at halftime, full time 3-3. So that is the edge that Guardiola has over Arteta. The fact that he has won, and he knows how to negotiate his way at the business end of the competition. So that will be the difference between the two sides. But you can't take anything away from Arsenal. They've played throughout the season. They've shown that they want the league. People are criticizing them that they will be the worst team to win the league, whatever. They don't care about that. They just want to win a trophy. It's been 20-something years they last won it. So you don't criticize how they play. But whether they win it or not, it will be a make or break for them. How Arsenal recover should they lose all competitions? I don't see a way forward for Arteta should he lose the competitions at the end of the season. He will just resign and then give them the chance to move on with somebody else.
Hey, so I'm going to push you guys. So I know we have a lot of time to discuss that final, but if you have to decide now, who wins it?
Man City.
Fee, who wins it?
Oh, Arsenal.
Akomeah.
Arsenal.
Stevoo.
I would want Arsenal to win it.
Okay. Steve said he wants Arsenal to win.
Yeah. So 2-2.
Yeah. He needs Arsenal to win. I say he wants
Arsenal
Arsenal
to win. So Arsenal, Man City, and then you to Arsenal. So 3-1.
Now you
Me. I don't get to make a choice.
You get to make a choice.
make a choice.
Unfortunately.
He wants
Make a
Chelsea to
choice.
win.
I was reading this on Sky Sport. Permit me to read for you. And a slot. Liverpool boss believes style of play is worth more than winning trophies in the long term at Anfield. Yeah.
I can't see here.
Oh, he said it as part of a podcast on Liverpool's YouTube, the roundtable talk. I think that Richard Hughes and then Edwards and then himself. And then they were discussing so far how things have been like at Liverpool. So Arne Slot believes style of play and entertaining fans is worth more than winning trophies in the long term at Liverpool. Slot enjoyed an impressive start to life at Anfield after securing the Premier League title in his first season, but has failed to replicate the same successes this term, where Liverpool currently sat in 7th, 14 points behind leaders Arsenal. The rest spent 455, blah, 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 blah. As a manager, this is Arne Slot, start quote. As a manager, you can win the league, Champions League, the FA Cup, or the League Cup, but the biggest thing you can win is that you can play the nicest football to watch. Although at this moment in time, fans might argue a little bit, it is absolutely something that I am aiming for. I always want to have the ball. I want it to be intense and want the fans to like what they see. Not all of our fans see it as a joy to watch, and the hardest thing is I even understand. I agree with them. Trophies is one thing, but being a team, club, or a manager that stands for good football is in the long term worth more. So I ask, what is good football? What is nice football?
Oh, you need to check the background of Anslot, where he lived in Holland. The way he goes about some of his comments is like he's in the ghetto area. Because, or you need to let him speak to Marcelo Bielsa, because if you talk about fine football, the game, the name of the game is about results. So if Brandon Rodgers played some good football with Swansea, he got the elevation to Liverpool. But because of the trophy, they sacked him. So this guy is just playing with the emotions of the Liverpool fans. He comes here and say this. He's trying to be the Mourinho of yesteryears. You can't play. What is?
So what is good football? I want to understand. What is good football?
Good football is what Madrid played from 2017 onward. That is good football.
No,
Champions League.
To always have the ball, possession. Kiki, V,
Like what?
No, I want to understand what is nice football.
Okay, so like what Steve was saying, when you look at Anslot's background, he's coming from the Netherlands, and they are all from the Johan Cruyff
School of thought.
And that whole idea is stemming from the tiki-taka, possessing the football, making sure you pass over 500 passes on the pitch and nobody touches the ball. And hooray, pass.
I think they call it total football.
Great. So, even with the team he was coaching before coming to
Final,
look at the kind of football they were playing. That is how they believe football should be. We, or the people that follow football to a larger extent, believe football should be about results, like what Stevoo was saying. See, and now buffet, because at the end of the day, if you play that buffet and you win, hooray! But if you play that buffet and you lose, see the Chelsea against Arsenal. What did the Rosenior kind? Or say, people were talking about the fact that the way of approaching game was too defensive. But I'll say, if Oko totally in and the first 40 minutes, yes, sir, and another case, and that happened to Yenmiana, the one in charge of Newcastle.
Eddie Howe.
Yeah, Oko BM 30 minutes or just 3. Yeah, and Rosenior was vindicated there. Or say yeah, and can quite different. One shiny thing, yes, I don't know when see, Asutro be Asutro. But it was Asutro Jane and it was Asutro.
Asutro Jane day.
Asutro Jane, boy, we are soon now. Why? Anna Trano, a ya board, ya be ya. So the Betty Jane, your project trial.
Bet my manage.
You bet my manage. So, Rosenior Lucia. But at the end of the day, Kasani na ye or ya dear banko ye say ya or ten baby journal. Say no could be any sister and can find you different. But come on, son, can ya buffet. Come on, could be more hure, ganacho, hure, ganach, but sis.
So, in essence, what you guys are saying is that football should not be seen from just a one-sided view. No. Okay, so I want to venture into the politics. So, the leftists and then the opposite.
Yeah.
So it should not just be seen as how those on the left see it.
No.
But it should be embraced comprehensively.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so then what becomes nice and what becomes not nice?
It depends on the person who is in charge, how he sees it, and even the supporters of the club, how they see it. This is in perspective of how somebody else does his things. To me, just maybe, I love to read maybe novels. I like novels. Novels are good to me. Somebody on the other side may feel like novels are boring.
Yeah, we are nerd.
You're a nerd. You like this. You love that. You might love documentaries. Somebody might be somewhere and say that Charlie cry John. Now when you
so the one who likes pure.
So dependent on what
pure.
Why?
This is a finish.
That's a finish. Katikisi. Katikisi. So, Mike, from what Ancelot is actually trying to say, I think he has his own idea of what good football he wants to create at Liverpool. Mm-hmm. But in the nutshell, the majority of Liverpool fans will be looking for that whatever you want to do that you believe is a good football should be able to bring results.
Yeah.
The end game is the results. If it doesn't bring results, whatever you are playing is not considered to be a good football.
Yeah.
Because good football should always bring results.
Yeah.
You see, for example, you spoke about Rosenior, what he did against Arsenal. Mm-hmm. I didn't really understand what Paul Mason was trying to say. That this is a Chelsea side. Whenever they go to an away game, how big Chelsea is, they need to attack. But the case is, this Chelsea team classified playing good football by defending and winning the Champions League on 2 occasions. They defended against City and won it. They defended against Bayern Munich and won it. Jose Mourinho came to the Premier League. His centre-backs conceded only 15 goals in a season. Wow. And you are trying to teach.
And was that nice?
You see, in that particular response to what you're asking me was nice for some Chelsea fans.
Yeah, nice, man.
Because the results was coming.
Sure.
So defensive perfection.
Yes. Now Jose Mourinho bar no BF. It's not Jose ko game or call Spain no. I'm for say masa. People were happy say no. Madrid they come basa. Ja, we defend you. We Jose the only initial final. It becomes the talk of the town. Me classifies okay 4-2-3-1 a good football. Me say total football possession a good football. Metima Kasa Ferguson's counter attacking a good football. But the kind of resource you bring. United DNA Kwasi Asemi na Sebi.
No, please.
Sebi. Sebi Mato Sebi no. Sebi trophies or Moji League. Omo say counter attack in here day. But ask yourself, say, is this sustainable in this particular time around? About 2 matches, after you show you, I said, Debbie. You pass, you defend it. Every single individual. So Onslaught might be saying good football. But I'm also here to tell him that Onslaught, whatever good football it is, if it doesn't bring resource, he is frustrated. He can't maintain a certain standard he set at Liverpool. It's not because I say be in Senzem.
But in today's game, where the game has become very economical, they're buying players 100 million, 200 million, 300 million. Somebody's paying top dollar to come and watch you, to come and sit in some top corner in Europe somewhere in the cold, and they are not coming for entertainment.
Charlie,
if they wanted entertainment, they probably do now.
So what is entertainment to the fan then?
Goals.
Goals are winning.
Winning. Yeah, of course, the currency of the game is goals. So if you score more, then we win. Fine. That is the entertainment. The entertainment is the excitement. The dopamine rush in the nights. I mean, yesterday, 2 nights ago, when Arsenal scored that Chelsea last minute goal,
Charlie,
look at Arsenal fans.
Even the bench.
Yeah, Charlie, look at them. That is excitement. They don't care about all of those things. See, when people usually ask, I saw somewhere on Twitter, my friend, Coach Pomasi,
Coach Pomasi
posted something about what he thinks is wrong about football today, where Malo goes to Chelsea's 2 fullbacks were in number 10 positions. It's because the game is about winning. So now coaches don't care that, again, the last time I think I saw one of our colleagues say that, why is it that now wingers are not allowed to dribble every day? Winger, you receive the ball, you pass, you see.
Because football has no patience for that.
They can't allow you to be doing that when we are losing the game. You want to showboat here. No, they bought you 80 million, 100 million.
So
when people talk about,
there is this video. Maybe you guys can check on it later. AC Milan Bologna.
Yeah.
Milan were leading 3-0. Yeah. And then Pervis says to Pignan, I think he did a back flip or a back heel. Yeah. Then Allegri was filming. He was speaking in Italian. I am
right. Under form 3-0.
No, they were leading 3-0.
Right.
When
people talk about good football, the first club they mention is Barcelona.
Yeah.
But in the height of Barca's good football, what did they have?
Success.
So like Akomeah says, there is no way good football can come without success. If good football comes without success, it's not good football.
Yeah.
It has to come. You can. That is why I think Steve said something about Arsenal not caring about
how they win it.
They have won it. This is a club that has played good football in England. Good football in England was Arsenal.
Yeah.
And Arsene Wenger. They were ridiculed all over the world.
Fiifi, do you think recently anyone has even played a good football than Ange Postecoglou's Tottenham Hotspur at some point in time?
Come and play those things, all of those moving, enter here, go there, come there.
Charlie.
High line.
It's nice. It's nice.
But so is he trying to talk about what is pleasing to people?
Yeah.
I think he's losing the plot. The truth about Onslaught is that he came in first season, he was smart. He didn't alter anything that was there. And the players played. Emotions were high. So Klopp is gone. So we can't let the team down. So every single player brought their A game on. And they were fighting from all angles and they did well. Now it's reality check. It's time that what you brought, let's see. Klopp came with ginger pressing or heavy metal football. But in the period of Klopp, no season could you just pick one player from Liverpool that he's world best player or in any category. Because he felt that the style is dependent on how the midfield retrieves the ball with that metal football and serve the attack. So that moment, we had good football. Good football with goals, with excitement. Mane, Firmino, Salah. That was good football. They were winning. They were scoring goals. It was good football. So, Mr. Ane, you have to bring in what you have to offer. Because the style of football that he's showcasing at Anfield is boring. He can't survive with this in the Premier League. You don't play such games. How many Dutch coaches have survived in the Premier League? So what he's saying, he's losing it. And he's been reading what people are saying on the internet that they need somebody to come in, Alonso knocking on the doors. If he doesn't change and adapt to Liverpool style of play under Klopp, still can win today. Yeah. It's the reason people say he has rivalry with Pep Guardiola, because who dares stop Pep Guardiola in the league? So if a team goes with 92 points and fails to win the league, you don't classify that as a failure. The brilliance of City changed the face of the Premier League. So good football should come with trophies. It should be something that people like. Now we can sit here and talk about the Zidane team. Yeah. We can sit here and talk about the Ancelotti team. We talk about AC Milan's, the days that they were successful. And during that, you can mention 8 or so players who were instrumental to their, because of the sort of football they sold. So, Mr. Ane, it's not about telling us what you want to play. Show us what you want to offer.
Well, we don't know what will eventually happen in the future, but what we know is that this weekend there is Liverpool versus Manchester City. And then the champions of the league for the past 3 weeks, Manchester United against Tottenham Hotspur.
3-match champions.
Yes, Carrick boy.
Hello.
So
now you have my support.
Is it nice football? Carrick boy, is it nice football?
Yes, the fact that we are winning.
It's nice football.
Yeah,
I just want a definite answer.
Yes,
nice football.
very nice football.
Okay.
Very tantalizing.
So you play Spurs.
Crystal Palace.
Man United versus Spurs. What are you expecting?
Well, I'm expecting a difficult game too, but it will be quite different from against Fulham.
Okay.
I always say that with Fulham, we were expecting a low block, but actually didn't even play the low block too. And how long can we keep on playing the way we play, where we always want to gather 3 or 4 players around the ball, isolating the midfield? And we nearly got punished against Fulham. But I bet to us, I could see that. See, people are not talking about it because we won. But they are a best saying. Carrick, you can see a kind. We said it. We said it. That a new coach adrenaline, new coach syndrome. And everybody will start talking.
Never part 2.
Never part 2. So I say, and now baby say, okay, Tima. See, no question say we are not saying it to demean a man. But in those days, na cars are man for tree, a bone shaker, no name, Saturday basses, no. Na man the cock ones, and na man a tape, that na man chicas, because cars are available. No man, none a 30 can to be with Tima. Our drivers are cow for her. A bebo, I know the critics are, but yet I did dimini. Hey,
they to me, no.
So and when you so do that my boys are man for but the entire Carrick crying idea. And against Arsenal, Man City, and Fulham, and now Akomeah be kind on Twitter. Each and every time, your midfield need breaky. You're winning here, but against Fulham, it was so clear. Right now, I'm expecting say our final antidote to midfield now they be isolating or no. I saw it yesterday from Indikaila. Fiifi's best friend.
Pizza killer
Fiifi best friend. That was sending 4 analysts. Tottenham game for.
Is that okay?
Well, Carrick has sent 4 analysts. I'm a
Thomas Frank Bebo Haram Biama.
So, what's your prediction going to be? I think we have 2 final agenda.
Okay. Then that's fine. Manchester
United. 5 matches, 2 each in terms of wins and 1 draw.
Oh, this game there, Manchester United 3-1.
Man U 3-1.
Yeah.
Akomeah.
I think what is going to get Manchester United over the line is the ability of the attackers to keep their form that they have now.
Okay.
In every department of the club, and I'm telling you, Man United will be conceding goals here and there. But the thin line is going to be about how Mbeumo, Matheus Cunha, Benjamin Sesko and the likes keep up their form. Because even in games under Michael Carrick, Manchester United is conceding.
Yeah, we are conceding.
So nothing is all rosy with that team. Yeah. But I think it's important to utilize your greatest strength instead of your weakness as it stands now. If you want to fight for the league. Manchester United has the third best attack in the league. And I think that is what will push them over Tottenham Hotspur. Okay. Man United will beat Tottenham Hotspur. But Man United will concede. I see something like just like the Fulham game. Yeah. Something like 3-2, 2-1.
A break you.
Man United, Tottenham will dominate certain phases of the game. You just go and watch Conor Gallagher that day.
So Man U will win.
Man U win.
Okay. For available players and those who are absent, those who will not play for Man U, Matthijs de Ligt, Patrick Douglas.
Hey, Dogudino.
Questionable as Mason Mount with a knock. For Spurs, they have a tall injury list.
Yeah, they gonna try
Lucas Bergvall, there is Ben Davies, Mohamed Kudus, Dejan Kulusevski, James Maddison, Pedro Porro, Richarlison. Questionable, those who are doubtful for the game. Kevin Danson, Christian Romero, Dominic Solanke, Jet Spence, and Mickey van de Ven.
And I saw the academy boys never.
But so bad night.
Yeah, match. Where like more match. Where also more sort of.
Now to Liverpool, Man City, and a slot will play now.
I want one some me go Kabi.
I'm not confident of a win because a City.
Stevoo, what do you mean Liverpool?
No, I'm not confident. Whatever they've been doing, goals or motion, I still don't trust the Liverpool team. I feel City will give a very good performance, and but definitely Liverpool will concede like more than a goal.
Hey.
That is that's fair.
That's over 1.5 Man City.
Yes, a high scoring game. But I don't know how. Oh, I don't want that. I don't need him around.
Hey, Liverpool fast leg goal.
So this is what Arne Slot said about this game. I mainly remember. I mainly remember the game we played at Etihad and were outplayed for large parts of the first half. So this is another moment to see where we are in the development of this team. Hey. We know the importance of a result. It also helps City. Our goal was disallowed, and they got a penalty after VAR interference. Conceding a set piece did not help either, and these factors do affect the game. This time, we want to show a different side of things. And a slot.
Personally, I just want the season to just end. Because I've had enough of Arne Slot. Yeah, because I feel like the Liverpool style of play, it can still be winning. Okay. I don't know why. You don't need to change the. You see how Manchester United are playing. Yeah. They press so hard and then they win the ball.
I like your example. Yes, you are indeed a lover of football.
Way. The guy is being smart.
Yeah.
Michael Carrick, he needs to get the job on a permanent basis. I feel he will do a good job. Who else?
Akomeah allows to vote to.
There's no better coach.
No interruptions.
I'm the host.
There's no better coach in the world. The game is lacking good coaches. To be fair, the game is lacking good coaches. So you just have to.
But Stevoo, don't you think if he decided to go with the flow, like the Jurgen Klopp's team obviously won the league, decided to maintain it, people will be like, into the Oba win be big campo. I don't know coach.
No, at the end of the day, you are judged by what you put on the table. And if he's bringing the trophies, no one.
But people were saying Jurgen Klopp team, Jurgen Klopp ball.
That's where I feel the guy has not been smart this season.
Okay,
he needed to be smart, because ask yourself why Barcelona were still searching for somebody who can play the tiki-taka way after the exit of Pep Guardiola. They felt that the style, the system, it's not expired yet, so they can still be. But now Barcelona dares not. They won't talk about tiki-taka. They will talk about direct football because they have a German coach, and the situation they find themselves, they just have to win. So they will not be discussing tiki-taka. So I feel that guy. Whenever whenever Liverpool switch into that mode, that is why Salah is not performing, because he tries on space and pace, but the game is slowed. So he will not be of any relevance in that system.
Yeah.
But whenever Salah is in the game, Liverpool have a higher chance of winning matches. Now it's either Szoboszlai or Hugo Ekitike. So that was why I was advocating that Liverpool shouldn't spend on attackers. Because in the period that Salah has been at Liverpool, no attacker has scored more than him.
Yeah.
So in that period, you've had Danny Ings, you've had this guy, Divock Origi. You've had a lot
Darwin
of...
Núñez.
Daniel Sturridge was there. But still, he was that guy. So you tell me that you are bringing Isak. What do you...
No way.
But Stevoo, I don't know, but from where I sit, I think that Liverpool were just trying to look at what the downsides of the future will be without Salah. Albeit in doing that, and they were right. They just, and I agree with you that they shouldn't have brought them together into the, not like they would buy them, because you don't have the guarantee that if you leave Ekitike there, if Chelsea are desperate necessity, you don't go after him. Maybe Arsenal.
Because there was a competition for Ekitike.
Yeah. So you don't have the guarantee. So get those guys. Get Ishak. They are proving goal scorers. Ekitike was scoring in the German Bundesliga. Ishak is proving in the league. So get him. However, I think Slot should have still kept the Liverpool star that was delivering the results last season, and then change and bring in Ekitike or Ishak as and when the game goes on. You don't have to change the system completely. I think the sporting directors just identified that with Salah's goals, Salah scored average of 27 goals, almost.
last
But
year
there was a
28
pressure.
goals.
You can't-
He's a top
I
assist.
think the problem, in my opinion, was the signing of Vets.
Oh, yeah. So about
So
Masala.
Vet literally just changed the
Because-
whole style.
I look at Ekitike, I look at Ishak, and they will slot in easily and play with Salah. They can do direct.
Just like Firmino and Mane
Yes,
did.
But with Vets, it is more about the aesthetics.
You have to slow down the
I also tough from Kakra.
But that football, it doesn't thrive in the Premier League. Because you look at Kevin De Bruyne, he was not that type of a player.
Direct.
But
Bruno
every
Fernandes.
time he was
Bonidi,
having the numbers.
Direct.
So it was a wrong move. Me, I've never supported the Vets whatever move.
So
Because
give me your prediction.
I feel
Liverpool, Man City, at Anfield.
If-
Anfield, they can be Liverpool.
it should end in a draw, but they will concede, they will score.
Like 2-2.
Like 2-2, like, yeah. I see that happening, like 2-2.
Another weekend for Arsenal to capitalize because they play at home against Sunderland on Saturday.
Huh?
Oh, for them.
Shaka.
At
Emirates.
Shaka Zuru.
Emirates,
Then
yeah.
Liverpool.
Okay, Brian Brobe Babe
Is
12.
it another weekend for Arsenal?
Why?
Brian Brobe.
I think it's a big opportunity for them. The last time Arsenal went to the
Stadium of Light.
when the Stadium of Light, it was crazy. It was
I know the
crazy.
ones have
Yeah. I think for me it was the best game I saw in the first round.
Yeah,
it
yeah,
was
yeah,
crazy,
yeah.
especially that
End to end.
last minute Brian Brobe goal that he scored. It's not the kind of goal that you expect Arsenal to concede, especially when they have Maguire and Saliba. But he was fantastic, and I mean up till now, they are the only team who have not lost at home. Arsenal have lost that invincibility at home. Sunderland haven't, but I think that at this point in time in the season, Regis Lebre sometimes on the road is a little bit, easy to beat when he goes away from home. Those mistakes that he made against Enzo Maresca, and Maresca gave him a win. He won't get it at Arsenal. Arsenal get the 3 points. The Liverpool game versus Man City, I think it's both teams to score in that match.
Okay.
I don't know who wins, but I think both teams are going to score. Yeah.
All right, so let's end with this. The Premier League has announced the nominees for the manager of the month for
Hey.
2026.
Aye.
And then the
Carrick.
player of
Aye.
2026. So I'm going to go through the list, and then you guys will tell me who you think is your
Ja, Leicester, no, yeah, Carrick.
So manager of the month, Michael Carrick,
Allah.
there, Manchester United. Sean Dyche of
Yeah, Sean Dyke.
Nottingham Forest, Andoni Raiola, Bournemouth, and then Liam Rosenior of Chelsea. So
Hey.
these are your picks for manager of the
Wow,
month.
hey,
Who's getting
wow,
it?
hey.
No, who's getting it?
Michael Ferguson, Carrick.
Ferguson got it in.
That's all I say. That's all my money say. Sir Michael Ferguson,
How are you
Carrick.
there?
Hey! The teams are also.
But how many matches did Carrick play in January?
3.
1 or 3?
No, in the
February
match
was
2.
one.
2.
So
January
that
just
means-
2 games.
Yeah, 2.
Then
The City and Arsenal game.
Rosenior.
Was in 3 games.
Was in a 3?
Yes.
1 or 3?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, until Rosenior.
Share.
I agree with Fifi.
Now, so what Man City?
I agree with
I agree with Fifi. So what Arsenal?
Me bomb any chama tie.
Yeah, I agree with Akomeah. I agree with Akomeah. I agree with Akomeah.
Is it
Marcus Nenko.
the chemistry teacher?
Marcus
Yeah, the
Nenko.
chemistry teacher. Yeah.
The case of
it's
winning
true.
manager of the match. Manning
Yeah,
Chelsea
Auntie Rosie. I think Auntie Rosie deserves it.
Okay, so this is the breakdown. Michael Carrick, 2 matches, 2 wins, with a goal difference of +3. And for Shondike, 4 matches, 2 wins, 1 draw, 1 defeat. For Andoni Raiola, 5 matches played, he won 3, drew 1, and lost 1. Liam Rosenior, perfect record. Played 3, won 3, with a goal difference of +5. So statistical, I think
Rosenior, on what
definitely. Then to the player of the month. Stevoo, I didn't ask you.
I think it goes to the Chelsea manager.
Chemistry teacher.
Yeah, yes.
But why you initially said
But if
because the statistics.
I want to see the games. The games that.
So Carrick was Manchester United
and Man City, Arsenal.
Man United and Man United against Man City and Arsenal.
Then it's Carrick.
No, Rosenior played 3 matches.
No, Michael the Messiah Carrick.
No, Rosenior.
Michael the Messiah.
Kiki, Rosenior.
Your player of the month shortlist, Yasin Ayari of Brighton and Hove Albion.
Statistics near there.
He played 4, he won 1, drew 2, lost 1. He scored 2 goals. 2 goals for, 2 goals against. 2 goals, 2 assists, sorry.
Okay.
So 4 goal involvement in 4 matches. Patrick Dogu.
Tokitino.
Unbeaten.
International.
How many
month
matches?
of January.
Okay.
4. 1, 2, drew 2. Scored 2 goals, 1 assist. Enzo Fernandez played 5. He won 3, drew 1, lost 1. 3 goals, scored 1 assist.
Hey, Fernandez.
Junior Krupi, Bournemouth, played 5, won 3, drew 1, lost 1. 3 goals scored, no assist.
Nah,
Crescencio Somerville, played 5, won 2, lost 3. 3 goals scored, no assist. Igor Thiago, Brentford, 5 matches played, 1, 2, drew 1, lost 2. He scored 5 goals in 5 matches. 5 goals, 5 matches. Wow. Harry Wilson, Fulham.
Wow.
Played 5, won 2, drew 2, lost 1. He
No
scored
shame.
3 goals. And then Florian Wirtz. Played 6, won 1, drew 4, lost 1. 3 goals scored, 1 assist. 4 goals.
Canadian.
Na Bruno Nim.
Monday Latino.
But I think I go 2 door. And now they say
Igor Thiago.
Igor Thiago on the budget because 5 games.
But I mean Enzo Fernandez.
5.
And I think the most surprising results, you almost call Aston Villa, Aston Villa 1-0.
5 in 5.
That's absolutely brilliant. 10 against 11.
All right. On that note, Ebusia 4.
Yeah, Paul.
Yes, say Ufie Kwan was saying crowd over the Pio Aboboano.
Aye.
And I hope it rhymes.
Yeah, we hear.
So your best team can prepare your best team. Let's go.
Bubeno. Aye, Bubeno.
On pay way.
Bubeno.
So Ufie was saying crowd Aboboano ne be pie.
Se koto ani achi eta abo ne prepra. Ni trinwi enjai se betutu.
Yanko, don't delay. Don't kill them.
Ya bro no sa wo 10 ton.
Don't kill the vibe. Go on.
10 ton. You know what's there.
Takum.
So I'm mobile reverse no MTN mama kon say me.
Yeah,